Hey guys, welcome to the Copynomics podcast. Today we have Keser, and can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, what did you do before you got into copywriting? Like, what was your job?
Hello everyone. So before I started copywriting, I was a student and I was studying science in physics in bachelor's. So while I was in my second year, I started as an intern for a company, a local company in India, and I started article writing from them. And slowly, I started learning more about copywriting and what it is about because I've already loved writing. I already started doing novels and short stories for school. So I started to make it as a career. So I thought to make it as my career and then to learn more about it. And when I got the internship, then I moved forward to it and to see how can I take it more and to see. So I joined some Facebook groups about writing, and then joined LinkedIn as one of my friends recommended me. And from there, I got more into copywriting, learned from some of my friends, copywriting friends, where I made some connections and just take it from there. I started about it more than 4 years ago, so it's almost about 3 to 4 years when I started as my career as a copywriting, and I now do freelance full time in the copywriting for B2B companies.
That's awesome. I
Mhm.
wish out of school I had no idea what copywriting even was. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I didn't really know how. And it was years later before I ever found out
Yeah,
about copywriting. So I wish I would have known about it a long time ago. So
yeah, yeah.
so uh, so so before so the reason you got into it is because you wanted something different. And at first, how did it go? I'm sure, just like everybody else, you didn't do good.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
So in the beginning of copywriting, you probably failed at it. Is that right?
It just sort of like all the pieces fell together. Um, so I didn't have to look any further. It just went all in all, one after another.
All right, perfect. So let's just pretend that you didn't have any clients or anything, but you still know exactly what you know now. What would you
Mhm.
do to get your first couple clients?
So I would start posting on LinkedIn and Twitter, like what I learn, whatever I know about copywriting and all the things that I know about in my niche. I would start posting about there. I would start cold emailing to clients in my preferred niche and prepare a portfolio in the copywriting. Just put up some samples together, and then I will start cold emailing them, reaching out to companies or LinkedIn just to start networking, building some connections, and also post in my like my feed, and also let my friends know that I'm open for business and I'm looking for clients in my copywriting. So I would just do cold emailing and would reach out, build some connections, do lots of networking, and build a portfolio to get some new clients.
Okay, so uh, I know one of the big thing is niching. When people first start, they kind of go broad. They like get anything and everything they can. So
Mhm.
you would start niching right away.
No, like others, I also start as a general writer because I like a lot of things to. I just want to write lots of things for several different niches because I also liked health, I also liked sales, I also like marketing, environment, food, lots of things that I would wanted to write about. But as I got internship and as I got my first couple of clients, they were in B2B SaaS niche. So as I started to make my portfolio there, so I got lots of samples in B2B SaaS, in B2B tech. From that's where my background is in science. So I just thought to niche down, and I heard lots of like from lots of people like Jennifer, Nathan, that niching helps to give more money, and it also helps to build up expertise in there, in your area. I just thought to niche down as a B2B SaaS writer, B2B SaaS copywriter for B2B SaaS company, and because I had lots of samples there, and I also have some knowledge. And when I started learning more about it, I just sort of reached out to similar companies there. And here and there, I also reach out to companies who are in my like preferred niches, like sometimes in travel and science. But most of the companies I work with are in B2B SaaS and tech. So, like, as of now, I just like net show myself as a B2B SaaS writer, B2B SaaS copywriter, and just what this is what I show up my niche as.
Okay, perfect. And so you recommend B2B over B2C?
Actually, I didn't write anything in the B2C niche. But yeah, B2B has more money, it has more work than B2C. And like, I have a friend who works in B2C company, and he told me once that it's kind of hard to get clients there, um, because sometimes work is high, sometimes work is low, and it's not of kind of fixed what we're getting in the next couple of months. So it's all about hustling there. And whereas in B2B, there's kind of like a relaxed, once you get up, set up a lot of retainer clients, so you can get a fixed amount, and you can also start earning more depending on how you network, how you get clients. So I guess it would totally depends, but for me, yeah, B2B is more of a relaxed field where I would prefer work on.
Well, I agree with that because, uh, Zig Zig, well, I don't know who it was, but somebody, there's a quote, a famous quote that says, when everybody's zigging, you need to be zagging. Have you ever heard that? Yeah.
Mhm.
So everybody, when they come into copywriting, they go after B2C because B2B is kind of intimidating. But if everybody's doing one thing, it makes it saturated. So that would make B2B not so saturated and kind of easier to get into. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So is there any books or courses that you recommend?
um, I just recently read Everyday Rights, the volume new version that Andy um published, and I would say I also learned. I mostly did copywriting from free resources that was available on copywriting handbook, and all and one I couldn't think of. I think it was Jacob's Millions and Chima Images, who post tons of knowledge on their LinkedIn and blogs. So I get lots of resources from there. And when I also read put resources from every marketing millions. So these are some of my go-to copywriting resources. And basically, if ever I come across any book or resources, I try to grab up and read it further.
Yeah, that's one of the big things that people, when they read stuff, they just read it and they don't put it into action.
Mhm.
So a big thing is,
Yeah,
when you read, you can't just read it. And I think it's better to read the same book 20 times than it is to read 20 different books. But the main part is
Mhm.
to put it into action. That's where a lot of people fall short. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, exactly. It also happens with me, like whenever I finish a course, whether it's copywriting or whether it's marketing or in business, I just complete it in one go and then put it aside. But sometimes I don't get enough time to come back there, ponder upon it and do some actions based on it. Unless I am like kept accountable, or I'm working as a group with other friends, other copywriting friends, then I sort of feel lazy to work on it again. So I try to like self motivate myself, work on it, do exercises, and to keep improving my skills there.
Yeah, I do the same thing. And I have my bookshelf with all my books on it. And I kind of quit buying books. And, I have like 1,000 of them that I bought over the years and like half read. So instead of, keep buying books, now I'll go to my bookshelf and I'll pull one out and just start reading it, so because you always get something new out of it.
Yeah, same happens with me. I download lots of books there, and sometimes I go back and read it. Sometimes it just they are just putting in the computer, and I haven't looked at them at once. So I do have to go back and read them and to see how I can use them further. So it's quite important to build a habit or some kind of accountability to finish those things up.
So where do you see yourself in the next couple of years as far as copywriting goes?
Um, I would like to like grow it further and to be a consultant, in the strategic side. Like do I would like to do still copywriting there, but it would be like 30-40% writing, and the rest would be strategic. So would like to see myself as a strategic consultant, plus some copywriting that gives me like, yeah, this is kind of like writing that I would like to do and to write by myself. So, and the rest I would do as a consulting business, because I'm not interested in like scaling up and to grow and to start my own agency or subcontract my work to other writers. I just want like to write myself and to consult other clients.
Yeah, I agree with that because company owners, they're not marketers and they're not writers. Their
Mhm.
their goal is to sell something. They're not very good at marketing a lot of times, and especially local. I see a lot of businesses, and I'm like, man, if you did this, you'll get better results. If you did this, you get better results. And
Mhm.
you know, it's the strategy call. That's a really good idea.
Mhm.
So if we want to go on LinkedIn, is that the only place you're at right now? Is LinkedIn?
Um, I am on LinkedIn and I am also currently active on Twitter. So yeah, both LinkedIn and Twitter.
Okay. Well, if you after this call, if you send me both those links, I'll put them in the description of the video so people can go and find you.
Yeah, I will send you both links as well as my website. So yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Well, hopefully, what do you think about Twitter? I mean, hopefully it's going to stick around.
Uh, I haven't bought the blue badge yet. I'm not planning to because my following isn't much. I just go there, connect with writers, network with them, and to learn from their post. That's it. I just try to keep it low key. Whereas I am more think it's okay, and we will see how it goes from there. Some Many of us have mixed feelings with Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, I like Elon Musk, but I mean, it's kind of it's just he bought into a failing company, and but if he can make it work at the same time, it might be the next big thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see about it.
Yeah, and it's just bad because politics are destroying us. So,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
so All right, so I can't remember what I was about to ask you. Uh, sorry. Oh yeah, so anyway, if I'm a brand new copywriter and I don't know anything, what
Mhm.
advice do you have to give?
Um, can you please repeat? Like
If
it
I
was.
so if I'm brand new, I just found out about copywriting.
Mhm.
I don't know anything. What
Mhm.
advice do you have to give as far as getting started? Because it's when you could get started and not really know what to do, and it could kind of push you back and make you say, "I don't think I want to do this anymore." So,
Mhm.
what advice do you have to give as far as that goes?
So for newbie copywriters, I would advise them to work on their skills, on their writing skills, and to prepare a portfolio. So that would be the first thing that every newbie has should do. Like before they should even reach out to companies, they should work on their skills. They should prepare some samples there, and then they should try and do cold emailing, like reach out to local businesses, reach out to their friends, reach out to their connections, and alongside also build a network on LinkedIn, Twitter, other social media sites, build a personal brand, and to just slowly take it slowly and grow their business from there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and one thing too is that we think the bar is just so high. We think it's really so hard to get into, but really the bar is low. But we just don't think that, you know.
Um, it would be, I would say, like it just makes it's not too high, not too low, but yeah, in the starting we do have to put work, like we do have to hustle for 1 or 2 years before we get even comfortable and earn a like a good amount. Some start to earn like good amount from on their first year, but those who are newbie and don't have like any kind of guidance, they do need some time to build some kind of income in their first or 2 years. So I would say it takes a couple of years, 1 or 2 years
Yeah.
to
Okay.
build.
Well, that makes sense too. And it's just not something that you could because
Mhm.
if you get started and get your client right away, most of the time it'll be by luck. And if you do, then you might be writing bad copy. When if you would have took the 2 years and learned the skills, then you could have wrote good copy and got better results.
Yeah, yeah. Also, they can do is work on their skills and side by side market their skills, reach out to companies. Just start slow and take it from there. That's what advice. That was one of the client, I would say, mentors, has advised me when I was first starting out.
Okay, well, perfect. Well, I don't really have any more questions. So, but yeah, you were perfect. So, uh, so I'll put the links in the description so people can find you.
Mhm.
And
Thank you.
you're welcome. And yeah, because I mean, I don't, I agree with if anybody that have come to me, post links to them because I mean, share the wealth, you know.
Yeah, yeah, if anyone has any questions, they can always feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or LinkedIn, and I will do my best to help them.
All right, well, cool. All right, well, thank you. And I guess that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was fun talking with you.
All right, you too.
Yeah.
All right, bye.